All right, guys, with that, we want to bring on our very inaugural first debut, whatever you want to call it, the queen of all Congresswoman, AOC, my favorite big booty Latina's biggest nightmare. We want to welcome on the one, the only Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Welcome,
Hi,
Congresswoman
Alex.
Greene. Hello.
Hi. Hi. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing so much better now, and you look so great, Marjorie. Everybody's talking. Listen, we have a few questions we want to get into, and I want to talk about that, but the people that are hating on your look, you look the best out of everybody there. So I'm saying, is it just another liberal media lie, or they're hating? Why would they say you don't look good when everybody knows you look like I'm the pimp on a blimp? You were the real pimp on a blimp last night.
Well, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. But you know how the left is. They have to attack me any way they can. So, of course, they're going to attack the way I look, the words that I speak, and the people I represent. But you know I don't care what they have to say.
Well, listen, I got so much joy, not just watching you last night, calling when you called Biden a liar. Epic. You are the queen of confrontation. You really are fearless. And that's a lot of people that really, Marjorie, you know this. You got a little kickback because you didn't push, the speaker enough during the voting. But listen, you are smart. You've been marginalized the most probably out of any congresswoman there. And you realize, listen, this is how I'm going to actually fight the people that are causing us problems, by aligning yourself with the people that can help us. So I really appreciate you having the foresight. I'm not here to kiss your butt, but I'm realizing that you can see the bigger picture. Sometimes we get, we can't see the forest for the big tree.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Well, it was an easy decision for me. Because I'm very excited to be in the majority, and I'm excited for us to have power, because we have so much that we need to get done, and the American people are fed up. January 6th defendants are rotting away in jail, while Antifa and BLM rioters are just carrying on, living their life, I'm sure preparing for the next time they can burn cities down, because that's how they make their paycheck. But we have a lot of things that we need to get done. Our border is out of control. We've got serious problems there. People are dying every single day of fentanyl. China spied on us last week,
Yep.
Alex. And Joe Biden was such a feckless, weak, pathetic man that he couldn't even talk about it at the State of the Union last night. And so I just couldn't take it listening to him and then lie about Republicans.
No, that's why we need you to be the vice president. But before we even talk about the State of the Union, listen, and we can't say much about that, but I would love for that to happen. What I'm saying is, I got so much joy today, though, from watching you totally emasculate those former Twitter employees. We have a clip of you getting after Yoel Roth, so let's run that clip real quick.
I'm so glad you've lost your jobs. Thank God Elon Musk bought Twitter. And you know what? Let's talk about something a little bit further. It's amazing to me, Mr. Roth, as the head and trust of safety at Twitter, your ability, or should I say inability, to remove child porn. Now, here's something that disgusts me about you. In your doctoral dissertation entitled Gay Data, you argued that minors should have access to Grindr, an adult male gay hookup app. Minors? Really? Elon Musk took over Twitter and he banned 44,000 accounts that were promoting child porn. You permanently banned my Twitter account, but you allowed child porn all over Twitter. Twitter had become a platform, you said, connecting queer young adults. You also wrote on Twitter in 2010, can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teachers? In 2021, while you were the director of trust and safety on Twitter, an underage boy and his mother announced a lawsuit against Twitter because Twitter was benefiting from and refused to remove a lewd video featuring this boy and another minor. That is...
Listen, Congresswoman Greene, thank you so much for standing up. So kind of tell us about what happened today, and were you so happy to finally call these technocracy overlords out?
That felt so good. You have no idea. They had permanently banned my account for nearly a year, and it was my election year. And so they committed election interference, which is breaking the law. I had to put up with being attacked every single day by my Democrat opponent on Twitter, and I could never defend myself. He raised money on that platform, and I couldn't raise any money on that platform. But when I found out about Yoel Roth and his disgusting seems to be strange obsession with minors and sex and child porn, and the flat out refusal to protect children on Twitter when it was his job. He was supposedly in charge of Twitter safety. I just couldn't handle it. And I had to speak the truth there and let the world know everything about him. You know, I think there should be an investigation into Yoel Roth, because clearly he allowed child porn to proliferate on Twitter, and it was everywhere. And we just have to say thank God that Elon Musk did buy Twitter, because I think there were many minors that have been, you know, protected and possibly saved from disgusting, filthy perverts like Yoel Roth. And, you know, when it comes to laptops, I would like to know what's on his laptop, and if his laptop is every bit as disgusting as Hunter Biden's. You know, I think that we're going to see more from these Twitter executives because they have broken the law. We're going to do more investigations into what they've done in their collusion with the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Homeland Security, and other governmental organizations and outside groups. So that wasn't the end for them. That was actually the beginning. And I look forward to being a part of that process as a member on the Oversight Committee.
And feels so good that we have a freaking pit bull, tough, kick-ass woman like yourself doing that, because you saw AOC trying to run cover for the laptop saying it was a fake story. That's when you know they're being disingenuous, because you know AOC knows Hunter Biden's a crackhead. Everybody knows Hunter Biden's on crack. I mean, like that's not a secret. So for her to say that the laptop was fake or that it's some New York Post gossip story, it just shows you that she's running cover for the elites or the technocracy or whoever you want it, the Biden crime family, as I like to call it. Okay, we only have you for a few more minutes, Congresswoman Greene. I know you have to go, but I want to say this, you know, my guest who's in studio, I don't know if you can see him, I don't know if you're familiar with Gavin McInnes, but Gavin was kicked off Twitter as well, just like you. I'm just saying, this is the thing, is Gavin was so effective in the culture war and getting young men, basically kind of red pilling them, realizing, you know, what's really happening. And I think you have been so effective in the culture war just as a mom, as a fierce fighter. So it's like, when you actually are getting effective, you get censored. So in your opinion, what's your best advice to avoid the censorship? Because, I mean, is there any way to avoid it in your opinion?
Well, I think we have to never be silent again. You know, the real problem is, Alex, is when we were growing up and for many years, political correctness was taught to Americans. And we were taught to never argue about politics, don't argue about religion. But that's why we are where we are today. And I think it's time for Americans to rip the duct tape off of their mouth that has been put there by political correctness. And it's time to stand up and never be silent, because we have to fight these culture wars. You are fighting them, Alex, and I'm always so grateful to you for how you go and you get right in their faces and call them exactly what they are. And I'm honored that I'm your friend, and I hope you keep doing it. And, you know, to Gavin McInnes and many others who got permanently banned on Twitter, I just want you to know I'm fighting for you, and we're going to keep fighting all of the censorship, because freedom of speech is one of our greatest rights, and we can never, ever let it go.
God bless that. And I just want to say, this is the other thing, is that Marjorie Taylor Greene cares about America. A lot of these other politicians that I talk to, even if they consider themselves conservative, they put America last. And that's why I really respect you so much, is that you put America on the forefront. You want to help out American citizens, your constituents. It's not too much to ask from our politicians to want them to help out their constituents. But in the case of AOC and a lot of these people, they just ignore them. Okay, so we got to let you go, but we have one last question. So listen, talk about that duct tape. You know, you're talking about taking it off. I wish I hired this new producer, Jimmy Von Thrawn. Let me tell you something, Congresswoman Greene. Biggest mistake of my life. The guy's insane. You actually know this guy. I want to show this clip. Hey, this is my producer. He performed a rap song for you at CPAC, where he specifically asked you to have his baby, and you emphatically said no, which is the right answer. But I just want to roll that clip so I can shame him and teach him how to be a little more professional in the future. So play the clip, Jimmy, real quick before you get fired. No baby, but Marjorie, you're pro-life, so you are love the baby, just not with a baby with him. Is that correct? I wanted to clarify that.
That's right. That's right. I have 3 beautiful babies, and they're all grown up. Those are the only babies I'll ever have. I just don't want any more, but God bless them.
Well, you're the best. I'm telling you, and like I said, I just keep reiterating, you holding those Twitter people to the fire was the best content that I've probably seen in the, of 2023, other than I like the Project Veritas video where they did the Pfizer thing. But I'm just telling you today, when you called Yoel Roth for being a pro-grinder to kids stance, who would even have that stance? You calling him out was a work of art. So once again, thank you for fighting, standing up for your constituents and standing up for the people of America. And like I said, it's an honor to have you as my inaugural guest, Congresswoman Greene. Thank you so much, Alex. I'm excited for your show. So keep up the good work. All right. I'll see you this weekend in Idaho. I'll be at the event. I'm actually open. Yes, yeah, I'm opening up for you. I'm introducing you. So I'll see you this weekend. Fantastic. I'll see you in Idaho. See ya.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.